All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give our praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. The lesson I want to get to is October surprise. With midterm elections coming up next month, and with the world and America specifically continually separating itself from one another as far as the people, even going back to the election, it was really a split between the country, between Hillary and Trump. But what needs to be watched is there's always a major event to sway the public in October. That's why it's called October surprise, to sway the public in favor, to persuade them to change the outcome of the midterm election. Okay, and the way you seek out with these, because we know the presidents are just puppet masters. The way you seek out the ways of the elite, the wicked, is you follow the money. Okay, wherever the money is, wherever the rich white man is, that's where wickedness is. There's always behind every sinister plot or any type of major event, it's always involved with money. And then that's a quote from Rush Hour, but it's a true statement. Okay, and so getting on with the lesson, this was an article here in the late 80s, saying from the Globalists, which is owned a magazine which is owned by the Rothschilds, about a one world currency. Okay, these elites put their plans right in front of our faces. That goes back to witchcraft. They hid it in plain sight. Their power is secrecy. Okay, so this is an article back then predicting a one world currency. This is the PDF, but here it predicts a world having one world currency, and you see the clock, and it's 10/10/2018. Okay, I'm not putting a date on when the market's going to crash, but no, it's in the back of these elites' mind, because they don't put out stuff like this in vain. They're very sophisticated, as in and strategic as what their plans are. When they say they're gonna do a thing on a certain date, that's what they do, because they're very swift with their tongue and their words, and they don't say things just to say them. That we know they lie, but they're very keen. They're very slick with their mouth. They're a serpent. Okay, but here they put their plans in plain sight. So the only way the world the world is not going to openly accept a one world currency. The way they do that, just how they always done in the past, they force you. These elites force you, and they force you by what? They force you by wars, because wars are always the catalyst and the motives to be pushed. Because of why? Because wars create money, and war has nothing to do but money. Because why is there wars in the first place? Because that's to do with influence and resources, and it's always sinister plots. They always try to justify themselves with these false flags and whatever you may have it, but they always have to sway, because they have to play their own game. They have to sway the public to believe and that they're the good guys, so they can go forth with their wickedness. Okay, so I want to get into basically just a quick history lesson. Is the Great Depression. Before America went into the Great Depression, what was known as was the Roaring Twenties. America's economy was booming. Okay, it was just coming out of World War I, and this is that same time that America became a dominating world power. All right, America was booming, and they were in good case, but remember that these elites have always planned They always have a plan behind the scenes, because they control the money, so they control the stock market. They control the waves and the trends of the stock market because they control the money. And here Black Thursday, let's see here in October, the first day of the stock market crashing, basically, because of fears, and because it was evident that the stock market was going to crash, a lot of the heavy hitters, quickly, as fast as they could, they dumped all their stocks. They dumped and sold all their stocks. Okay, so like I said, you have to know the plans of the elite. You have to follow the money. All they care about is money, because that's their power. And a telltale sign that a market is going to crash is when you see these heavy hitters selling away their stocks, because all they care about is money. So why would they give away their money? So an article I came across was Phil Knight. A couple of days ago, Phil Knight, he so-called donates billions of dollars worth of his Nike stock to a charity, an unknown charity, to be exact. It's not told. But, he gave away billions of dollars. For what? Out of the goodness of his heart? No way. Okay, that the so-called white man is the devil. He's a deceiver. He is not, in the goodness of his heart, giving away nothing. All he cares about is money. So why is he giving it away? That's a telltale sign that something is going on. All right. So back to a history lesson. You watch the trends of these elites' plans is by following the money, and always and money involves wars. Why? Because countries aren't willingly going to fall over to their plans, so they have to take it. Okay, so again, coming out of the Roaring 20s, because of war, after World War I, America was in good favor, and then boom, the elites crashed the market. Okay, because this is their whole plot was to do that. And then, the Great Depression went all the way into World War II. So from 1929 to 1939 was the Great Depression, and the Great Depression ended as soon as America, with the false flag, with the Pearl Harbor attack, they went into World War II, and then after that, that's when the world reserve currency was made as the U.S. dollar. And so even before that, so to show you that the elite control the money and the banking system, is we have to go back further. Okay, to go back further, you have to go back all the way to when the stock market was created in the U.S. with the after the so-called American Revolution in just before, in the late 1970s. I think it was maybe the 1780s, was the American Revolution. Okay, and soon after the American Revolution finished, the U.S. stock market exchange was created in 1792. All right, so that's when the U.S. stock market exchange was created. And then not long after that, and maybe, however, so okay, so yeah, so that the stock market exchange was there, and this is when the elites became very, very extremely rich. They're growing and they're extremely wealthy, and then the bankers, that's where the robber barons and all those rich families started their reckoning their extreme wealth. Okay, and then so later on in the 1800s is when the American Civil War started. I think it was the 1860s. It was the American Civil War, and then soon after the American Civil War finished was the U.S. went bankrupt. The U.S. went bankrupt. So the Constitution doesn't stand as it does today, because why? Because this is when the elites bought America. Okay, the act. Look up the Act of 1871. This is when the elites, the Rothschilds and those rich families, they bailed out America. And this is why it's called corporate America, because America is a corporation. It's our own business. America is a business owned by the elites, ran by the bankers. And to prove that is a birth certificate. You know, the birth certificate is on the NYSE stock exchange, because we are stock. We are human stock. America is a business. All right. And so that is when the elites took complete control of the American market, of America in general. And they use America because America has the greatest military. And they've done that for a reason, because America takes. That's all that America does, is take. All right. And, you know, that's where this whole article comes, is always before a major war, there's a stock market crisis. America's always seems to be in good case, but it's peaking. America is peaking. Okay, pretty soon, you know, you're going to see the stock market is going to fall. And in this month, it could be a good, perfect time. You know, hey, a couple hours from now is going to be 10/10/2018. So not saying it's going to be that day, but know that's in the back of these elites' mind. Okay, you have to follow the money, and you see all the war's getting ready for the world's getting ready for World War III. You know, so you know these things are going to happen. You know, these elites have a strategic plan. You know, and they don't change. You know, they're not stupid. You know, they're behind the scenes running all this. But really, you know, if you want to go further, this is all part of the Most High's plan. Okay, and I want to bring up some precepts before I close out, but really just a quick warning to put the puzzle pieces together is we're in that time. This is that time. Okay, you follow the money. That's where the wicked abide, is in the money. They're not these loving beings, you know, that care about the goodness of yourself. They don't even care about their own people. All they care about is money. And the bankers, they don't abide here. You know, the bankers, they abide wherever they want to. But they know America's going down. Okay, and they're gonna jump ship pretty soon. And you watch these elites, you know, and it's a domino effect. Okay, so this is Second Esdras 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all those things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. Okay, all these people, all these signs and these things going on, we're in the midst of all these, disasters. You know, the world's in shambles regardless. You know, but it's gonna be that grand finale. You know, at the end of the fireworks show, where everything just lets loose. This is that time. Okay, this is just before. This is the beginning of sorrows. All right, but people aren't gonna turn from their wickedness. They're still gonna go watch football on Sunday. They're still gonna eat Doritos and drink Coca-Cola. People aren't gonna turn from their wickedness because why? Because they're pride, and why? Mainly because they're blinded. You know, there's people that know these things are going to happen, but they have no covering. They don't got the insurance of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. Okay. Nor be okay, let's just start from the top again. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, they don't care. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Okay, you see gas prices. Oh, gas is like $2, whatever. You know, people think America's a good case. You know, but it's getting ready for its great downfall. America's finished. Babylon is falling. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. People here are confused. You know, we're in the midst of war, and you got people blowing bubble gum and playing hopscotch. Okay, this is not a time to play around. This is a time to be serious. You know, I throw a little jab and stuff, you know, but you know, we're in very serious times. It's not a joke. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, because they're gonna be broke. You know, when the dollar crashes, how are you gonna buy food? How are you gonna get gas? You can't do nothing. Okay, there's not gonna be no bread. You know, once you even for hurricanes or any type of natural disasters, you know, stuff at the stores is empty. So what more when the stock market crashes? When the dollar goes back to its original value, which has never been nothing, it's worth nothing. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy them. So they're gonna get shot up. Okay. All these things are planned out by the elite. Why do you think they pulled out the gold standard? This is not an accident. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. You know, they're gonna be laying around like shit. Okay, like dung, man. And there shall be no man to comfort them. No one's gonna be able to comfort these carnal people because they have no covering. They don't have good insurance. You know, they got that Allstate. I don't want that Allstate. For the earth shall be wasted, and all their cities shall be cast down. America's going down. Okay. I guess I can finish off here in Job 20, and I'm gonna start here at 15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Just talking about these elites. All they care about is money, you know, but the Lord's gonna make them vomit it up. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of aspis, the viper's tongue shall slay them. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks, or honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. Okay, so all this new world order stuff, you know, they think they're gonna swallow it. They're gonna be able to fill themselves. But the Most High is gonna cut it right out of them. Okay, they're gonna be utterly disappointed. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. You're gonna be sick. Hey, that's why they're gonna be hitting these bunkers. That's what those elites gonna be. That's what the brethren's gonna be. Where are you people gonna be? Okay, you're gonna be all over the streets, man, in chaos, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor. That's the elite, man. Because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. The so-called white man did not build America. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans built America, and everywhere around. You know, they took our inheritance. The so-called white man's inheritance is casted to the wilderness. He doesn't have a culture. His culture is he's a murderer. He's a thief. He's the real nigga. Okay. This is 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. And people are done with America. Nobody wants to deal with America. You know, they're doing their own thing. Okay, and they're gonna send these missiles over here while you people are sleeping. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. So-called white man is in straits. He's finished. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You know, what he has done is going to come upon him. And this is the point. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, these elites think, you know, they're good. They think they're in good case. You know, they're putting on their handkerchiefs and scooting their chair up, about to, you know, have a feast, because they think this new world order is going to be established. But the Most High has other plans. All right, and it's important. You know, I'm not saying this is going to be that time, but you know, you have to keep a spiritual eye open for these things, because you know, the wicked can't hide themselves no more. That's all these elite care about is money. So all I have to do is follow the money. But really, we need to go back and seek the Most High. YAHAWASHI is the answer. Okay. But Lord's witness is edifying. And I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Bakakwadash. Shalom.